The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE United States Championship.
Hello and welcome back to Monday Night Raw here in Universe Mode. Of course, if you missed out on the previous parts, check out the playlist in the top corner down in the description below. If you want to see more, give us a subscribe and a like, it would be greatly appreciated. But we will be starting things off today with Rowan. Rowan, of course, tonight is going to be having his shot for the United States Championship. This all came about after last week. Aleister Black had a match. Post-match, Rowan came out of nowhere, attacking the United States Champion. And Aleister Black, well, he is a fighting champion, so he accepted Rowan's challenge, and we are having the match here right now for the United States Championship. And of course, in our main event tonight, we are going to be having that fatal four-way elimination match to determine who's going to be going on to Extreme Rules to face AJ Styles for that WWE Championship. We know that Baron Corbin is going to be part of that match, as confirmed by Batista last week. And I can now confirm to you the other participants. We're going to have Andrade, the man who failed to capture the United States Championship in the past. And we will be having the former Raw Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, a week after losing their championships to Gloriously Strong, will be part of this fatal four-way elimination match to determine who will move forward to Extreme Rules to face AJ Styles. It's going to be interesting to see how Kevin and Sami react in that match. How are they going to be feeling after losing their tag team championships a week ago? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But they're in this match, as well as Andrade, because of their good win-loss record. And if you're interested in the win-loss record, you can see it down in the description where we have the match card written for the shows, and along with the win-loss record of competitors. Aleister Black making his way down. Aleister Black is a man with an incredibly good win-loss record. He has been very dominant here. Since moving to Monday Night Raw from SmackDown, he has not lost a single match. The only match he has lost in Universe Mode was his one match on SmackDown that he had against The Miz. And since then, Aleister Black has been absolutely dominant, not losing a single match since moving to Monday Night Raw, and picking up that United States Championship along the way. Will tonight be the night that breaks? Will Rowan be the man to take the US Championship away from Aleister Black? I do not know, but it's going to be interesting to see. Very interesting indeed. And of course, you have to remember Samoa Joe is sniffing his way around the United States Championship as well. He's very keen on taking that US Championship from Aleister Black. He's been having some issues with him over the past few weeks, going back to the feud between AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Samoa Joe was getting involved in that and, well, got on Aleister Black's wrong side, shall we say. And the United States Champion, Aleister Black, looking forward to defending his championship here tonight and kicking off Rowan's head. Aleister Black giving over the championship to the referee. It would be very interesting indeed if Aleister Black were to lose this championship. That would be very unexpected and perhaps rocket Rowan into success here in Universe Mode. If he can somehow manage to take that championship away from Aleister Black, the dominant Dutch Destroyer. And let's get things underway in this one. Starting things off with a good traditional wrestling hold thing. I forgot what they call. Collar and elbow tie-up, that's what it's called. Rowan trying to grab the head of Aleister Black, reversing with a big kick to the gut, and then going over around the world, dropping him with a DDT. Oh, big punch there from Rowan, taking him down. Of course, this is kind of a different challenge for Aleister Black, taking on a big man in this match. Instead of taking on a slightly smaller man, Aleister Black's entire style relies on his kicks and his punches. Mainly his kicks, just getting those massive kicks in there and dealing some very strong damage. But with a big man like Rowan, it's going to be a lot more difficult to be able to get those kicks into position. A, because he's so much taller, it's going to be difficult to get your leg up that high to get to whack him in the face. And B, well, because he's so much bigger, he's just going to probably eat up the hits a lot better than most people would. Than Matt Hardy did, for instance. Matt Hardy didn't exactly cope very well with Aleister Black's kicks and punches. Black Mass really taking him out and giving him, really messing with him. Got to wonder how Matt Hardy is feeling after his encounter with The Fiend last week. Haven't heard anything from Matt Hardy since then, but I do know that he should be on Raw next week. He should be there next week, and we'll see how he's feeling after that meeting with The Fiend. I was going to say attack. There was no attack. They just kind of came face to face. Just stared each other down. Aleister Black is now managing to make his way more into this match. Trying to prevent Rowan from taking too much control after the early beginning where Rowan was kind of... I think, had to force Aleister Black around the ring a little bit. Aleister Black is a shorter and lighter man. It's a lot easier for Rowan to manhandle him, as you can see with that bear hug right now. Aleister Black in quite a bit of pain with that, managed to get the elbows into Eric Rowan's neck on a big clap around the ears, trying to disorient him, trying to make his ears ring. Aleister Black now trying to get back into this with those big knees and the big elbow. Oh my goodness, taking Eric Rowan's feet and then running in with that big knee shot to the face there. Oh, very nice from Aleister Black. Aleister Black is now on a roll, it looks like. He is completely back into this, back in control. Big moonsault. Oh, but Rowan gets the knees up. Getting the knees up there from Rowan. Wait a second, he's gone for the chokeslam. He's got him for that. Oh, that chokeslam. He held him up there for such a long amount of time. My goodness. That shows the strength of Rowan to be able to hold Aleister Black up there for so long. Oh, cutter. Cutter out of nowhere from Aleister Black. Taking Rowan off his feet. Aleister Black, big kick to the side there. Takedown, taking him over. Working on the back and neck of Rowan right now. The most positive thing for him to do. Try and damage the body parts of Rowan, make him so he's not going to be able to work as effectively as he has been doing. Aleister Black really has managed to get this back on side, get this back onto where he would like this to be, and again, take down again, continuing to work on the neck and back. Also trying to prevent some of the oxygen from being able to get to Rowan's body, just to allow a bit of, well, disorientation in Rowan, not to be allowed to be able to react so quickly if he's missing. He hasn't got all the oxygen he's expecting in the brain. He's not going to be able to react as fast or as effectively against Aleister Black. But that big spinning knee to the face there from Aleister Black. Very nice indeed. Oh, big DDT. Aleister Black really has taken this match onto his own now. Rowan is kind of in a very bad position right now. This match has kind of become all Aleister Black. Well, there you go, a little reverse though from Rowan. Rowan trying to come back into it, throwing Aleister Black into the stairs. Maybe this is going to be Rowan's time to get back into this. If Aleister Black is feeling a little bit out of it after being hit into those steel stairs. Onto an 8 count though, of course, the championship cannot change hands via DQ or count out. Rowan back in the ring though, not wanting to win the match by count out. He wants to win the United States Championship. He doesn't want to just beat Aleister Black by technicality. Reversal, I think Aleister Black's going for that cutter again. What's Rowan thinking here? Punching to the back. And he's got him up on a big back suplex there. Dropping Aleister Black hard from that high. Wait a second, Rowan's calling for the Iron Claw, I think. Calling for the Iron Claw on Aleister Black. Oh my goodness, not going for the Iron Claw, just picking him up and slamming him straight back down, picking him up straight away again. Interesting, not going for the pin there. And then a big knee to the face. Why did he not go for the pin? Very interesting decision from Eric Rowan there. Not trusting in his moves enough. Thinking that he should have gone for the Iron Claw, perhaps. Oh, Rowan has pulled his way back into this. This is now looking all Eric Rowan right now. I thought Black had this in the bag, but Rowan bringing it back. Though I still think he should have pinned. I still think he should have pinned after that finisher. Maybe if he'd done that, he would already have the United States Championship, but now He's giving a chance for Aleister Black to get back into this after him avoiding that big boot on the outside, now kicking to the gut of Eric Rowan. Picking up, all it takes is just a black mass out of nowhere, and that's going to be it for Rowan. A big cutter there. Black taking into the middle of the ring, going for a pinfall. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Aleister Black. Rowan back up to his feet very quickly. Trying to take advantage, but no. Black again, another cutter. Another cutter. Rowan back to his feet. Charging into Aleister Black. My goodness, he is not going down a third cutter. A third cutter from Aleister Black. And is he going for the pinfall again? No, he's not. He's turning over Eric Rowan. But Eric Rowan getting up again. He's getting up so quickly from these cutters. I don't believe it. Aleister Black managing to reverse, getting around Rowan and now taking him down. Is he going for it? No, he's not going for it just yet. He's working on the arm of Eric Rowan for some reason. Perhaps trying to prevent him being able to hit another choke slam like he did before. Oh no, wait a second. We know what this means. He's pulling him up with the foot. And then Black Mass. Black Mass, that's got to be it. Eric Rowan is done. 1, 2, 3. And still your United States champion, Aleister Black. Very interesting match, this one. Rowan really going a lot more offense than I was expecting against Aleister Black. It was much more even. We went through that middle stage of the match where Aleister Black was really on top and dominating, but Rowan managed to pull it back, and if he'd pinned after that finisher, you never know what could have happened. We could have seen a new United States champion here tonight. But instead, Aleister Black keeps on going. He is still your US champion, and he is ready to Black Mass everyone, kick their heads off. And now we have a tag team match for you here. Of course, last week, Charlotte came out. Wait a second. Shayna Bayzler, Rhea Ripley not allowing Charlotte to make her entrance, going for the attack straight away. This is supposed to be, there you go, there's her tag partner, Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion. Shayna Bayzler and Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch is supposed to be what we have right now. Big suplex there from Shayna Bayzler. So as I was saying, of course, Charlotte Flair turned up last week having some issues with Shayna Bayzler, making her first appearance here in Universe Mode, going face to face with Miss Money in the Bank, Shayna Bayzler. And now this week, Charlotte and Shayna Bayzler teaming up against Shayna Bayzler and Rhea Ripley. Shayna, of course, being the Raw Women's Champion, and Rhea Ripley looking to perhaps get a championship shot against Becky Lynch in the coming weeks. Trying to get herself a shot at Backlash for that Raw Women's Championship, as Charlotte and Shayna Bayzler really going at it at the top of the ramp, and Rhea Ripley just took down Becky Lynch down the bottom of the ramp. This is turning into such a brawl right now. Of course, the match hasn't even started. We need to get the participants in the ring first. We need to get everyone in the ring before this match can even get going. Wait a second. Becky Lynch dropping Rhea Ripley down there, trying to work on the arm of Rhea Ripley. And Shayna and Charlotte starting to make their way down towards the ring. Shayna running towards the ring now. I believe Rhea and Charlotte are supposed to be our legal women in this match. Rhea Ripley into the ring. And Charlotte is now making her way down. Rhea getting straight back out. And there you go, everyone's in the ring. The match has started, the bell has rung. Starting things off with Rhea and Charlotte Flair. But Charlotte has taken quite a bit of damage early on in this from the attacks from Shayna Bayzler at the top of the ramp. Charlotte Flair perhaps trying to make claim to that Money in the Bank, or just having issues with how Shayna Bayzler treats herself here. But Shayna Bayzler treating herself like she is the best thing here on Raw in the women's division. And Charlotte perhaps has some issues with that. Some issues with that claim of Shayna Bayzler. Rhea Ripley tagging into Miss Money in the Bank. Shayna's going to go straight back to Charlotte Flair. Trying to prove something here after Charlotte Flair stood up to Shayna Bayzler. Nice kip up there from Charlotte. Shayna getting her over her shoulders and working on the back of Charlotte Flair right now. It's going to be a very good strategy for Shayna and Rhea to try and avoid Charlotte from getting the tag into Becky Lynch right now. That is what they should be doing. Becky Lynch is much more fresher than Charlotte is. Charlotte is in a very bad way after the attacks from Rhea and Shayna, mainly Shayna, at the top of the round before this match even started officially. Shayna trying to get that choke on Charlotte Flair just like she did last week. Obviously not on Charlotte, but on her opponent from last week. Charlotte now trying to get herself back into this match. Whipping Shayna into the corner. She's going to get the tag to Becky Lynch. Is she going to get the tag? No, Shayna gets the reversal in. But no, Becky Lynch tagging herself into this match. Not waiting any longer. We have the face-off once more. Raw Women's Champion Miss Money in the Bank. We saw a tease of this at Money in the Bank. Post Becky Lynch's defense against Alexa Bliss, Shayna Bayzler came out. Well, they had a bit of a face-off. Becky Lynch thought she had the upper hand, but Shayna managed to, from behind, get her in that Kirifuda clutch. And then walking away from Becky Lynch, proving her point of dominance. Becky tagging back into Charlotte. Very interesting move there. Perhaps not the wisest decision from Becky Lynch. Charlotte Flair is still much weaker in this match than Becky Lynch is. I wouldn't say she was given enough time to heal with Charlotte, tagging straight back out to Becky Lynch. Becky and Rhea Ripley going at it right now. Becky trying to work on that arm of Rhea Ripley, dropping down on that elbow. It's not a pleasant thing to happen. And hitting her patented leg drops, then doing the reverse leg drop on the other side. It's going to be interesting to see maybe Rhea Ripley can pin the Raw Women's Champion in this match to solidify her stake of wanting to be the #1 contender for that Raw Women's Championship. Of course, Rhea was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but did come up short in that. But apart from that, she has been quite dominant here in Universe Mode so far. Rhea getting a big suplex on Becky Lynch, just holding her. Look at that strength of Rhea Ripley, just to hold Becky Lynch up there. Oh my goodness, how long is she going to have her up there? My word. There you go. The strength of Rhea Ripley, and only holding her with one hand. 1, 2, and not even a 2 count though. Maybe she shouldn't be showboating so much. But of course it does help to displace the blood in Becky Lynch's body, making it all rush to her head, making her feel dizzy and disoriented. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most effective move, more of a show-off to the crowd from Rhea Ripley. Shayna Baszler's got her up. Or is she going for? She's going for those. Oh my goodness, those connecting suplexes. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Shayna Baszler. Big DDT from Becky Lynch, trying to get herself back into this match. And of course, in our main event tonight, we do have that big fatal 4-way elimination match. Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn and Andrade to determine the #1 contender for AJ Styles' WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. It's going to be very interesting to see who will become our new #1 contender. Wait a second. She's got the clutch in. She's got the clutch in the Kirifuda clutch. Charlotte managing to break it up, not allowing Becky Lynch to tap out. I think if Becky had been in there for any longer, it would have been tap, tap, tap from Becky Lynch. Big kick to the head there from Shayna Baszler, not allowing Becky Lynch to go for whatever she was thinking of there. Shayna perhaps thinking of getting a tag over to Rhea Ripley right now. Walking on the back of Becky Lynch, pushing that knee into the spine, trying to put it out of place slightly. And just laughing over Becky Lynch. Laughing over the Raw Women's Championship. Perhaps don't do that. Yeah. Don't get cocky, Shayna. Becky's going to get you. She's going to get your number if you do that. Becky taking Shayna over to the corner, trying to get the tag over to Charlotte Flair. But Shayna getting the reversal before she gets over there. And now throwing her back towards her corner instead. Is she going to be tagging into Rhea Ripley? No, Becky Lynch getting that reversal, not allowing Shayna Baszler to get the tag to Rhea Ripley. Becky, they're going over now. No, not going for the tag to Charlotte. Maybe thinking about it, but then decided not to, and Charlotte jumping off the apron. Bit of miscommunication there between Becky and Charlotte. Throwing Shayna Bayzler out of the ring. Right towards where Charlotte Flair is, but Charlotte not taking any advantage. Playing as the rules are intended, not beating down on Shayna Bayzler. Becky Lynch getting Shayna up. Oh, here we go. Bexploder suplex. She has won. Well, if you imagine with that Bexploder suplex, is a very dangerous move. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there. Very, very close indeed for Becky Lynch. Wait a second. What's Shayna thinking here? Oh, working over the up. Oh my goodness. Just stomping down on the elbow of Becky Lynch. Oh, perhaps knocking it out of place. That is not nice in the slightest. And going for those suplexes again. Those connecting suplexes as she rolls through. The strength of Shayna Bayzler. And going for the pinfall again. 1, 2, 3. Shayna Bayzler has just pinned the Raw Women's Champion. Miss Money in the Bank. Yet again proving that she has the Raw Women's Champion's number here in Universe Mode. And I'm sure Rhea Ripley will be happy as well with that one. Even though she didn't necessarily get the victory herself, she has still got a victory over the Raw Women's Champion. You have to wonder how Charlotte Flair feels about that as well. She wanted to prove something here tonight against Shayna Bayzler. Wanting to prove that Shayna isn't all that she's, well, made herself out to be. But Shayna and Rhea tonight, they are your victors. And really proving something. Proving the Miss Money in the Bank. Well, she may be Miss Raw Women's Champion very, very shortly indeed. And now we have our newly crowned Raw Tag Team Champions. Gloriously strong Robert Roode, Roderick Strong with their newly won Raw Tag Team Champions. Of course, they won them last week in a triple threat tornado tag team match, pinning one half of the club, Carl Anderson. I believe it was Carl, it might have been Gallows. For the distraction. They just did, the rest of the teams just didn't notice what was going on. And they managed to get that sneaky victory, becoming the Raw Tag Team Champions without even pinning the current, well, the former Tag Team Champions, Owens and Zayn, Roderick Strong and Robert Roode, your new Tag Team Champions. Tonight, there's only going to be one half of the champions. It's going to be Roderick Strong going up against Bo Dallas from the B Team. The B Team, of course, we only had one match here so far in Universe Mode, coming up short against the former Raw Tag Champions, Owens and Zayn. And tonight they are looking to prove something by getting a victory over one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, trying to get themselves in contention for those Tag Team Championships. Bo Dallas looking to prove something here tonight, the B Team. Wanting not to just be the B Team, wanting to be the best team here in Universe Mode. That is what they want. And well, I wish them luck, but it's going to be difficult going against Roderick Strong, to be honest. You can hear the support that they have, the B Team, supported by the crowd. But Roderick Strong, Bo Dallas. Let's see how this one works out. I don't necessarily expect it to go too well for Dallas. But you never know, he could get that upset victory over Roderick Strong here tonight and get themselves in contention for those Tag Team Championships sooner rather than later. But I'm sure Roderick Strong would like to pick up a strong victory here tonight to go and prove to the new Raw Tag Team Champions, well, that they deserved their win last week. There wasn't anything sneaky about it. They deserved their victory. Roderick Strong and Robert Roode, well, they've been very dominant together since they've come together. They only came together quite recently as a tag team. Roderick Strong trying to get away from his Undisputed Era roots. Dyeing his hair, changing his gear completely. But then teaming up with Robert Roode. Mainly to start off with just because of his feud with Pete Dunne, which of course he did end up losing, sadly. Pete Dunne managed to get the best of Roderick Strong in their final match they had together after their brutal rivalry, trying to prove who was the best between those two men. But to be honest, Roderick Strong has come out of that feud better. He is now a Raw Tag Team Champion. Pete Dunne didn't win Money in the Bank. Pete Dunne doesn't have anything here on Universe Mode right now. So perhaps I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing... Well, they'd have to get some wins under their belts first. But we could see a bit of a rematch, perhaps. A bit of a British Strong style versus Gloriously Strong. To try and maybe get some more. Trying to prove something against Roderick Strong and Robert Roode. Of course, been causing some issues for Pete Dunne. And in turn, British Strong style. Bo Dallas perhaps getting more offense in this match than I expected from my beginning hypothesis of this match. Roderick Strong getting a big reversal, a big knee to the face of of Bobby Roode. Not of Bobby Roode, of Bo Dallas. Big bridging suplex there from Dallas. Going for the pinfall. Only a 1 count there. Then he's doing a lot more damage to Strong before this is going to be over. Want to get him up to his feet. Strong getting the big kicks to the stomach. Of course, the other advantage here is Roderick Strong was primarily a singles competitor. So he has more of a knowledge of working these one-on-one matches. Unlike Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is primarily a tag team wrestler here in Universe Mode. He has less of a knowledge, whereas Roderick has had quite a lot of matches as a singles competitor before joining the tag team division with Robert Roode. So that does give Roderick Strong a bit of an advantage here in this match. You never know, Bo Dallas could get a very quick roll-up. A cheeky roll-up, pulling the tights, and that could be all that's needed to get Roderick Strong beaten in this match. Big drop kick there from Strong. Getting Dallas up to his feet, turning him around, and planting him down onto the mat there. Pulling him up and then turning him down. Face first into the man, going for the pinfall on Bo Dallas. This is going to be it. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Very easy victory there for Roderick Strong. The Raw Tag Team Champions getting a very dominant victory here on Raw. Very, very impressive. Roderick Strong picking up the victory so easily over Bo Dallas. And your Raw Tag Team Champions looking strong and looking forward to their next competitors. But of course, speaking of the former Raw Tag Team Champions, they are in our main event tonight. Maybe they'll be looking for a rematch if they don't manage to get a victory in that match. But if they do, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to be going for a rematch particularly soon if one of them is going for that WWE Championship. And I'm sure Roode and Strong would be much happier if that happened. They'd rather not have to face off against Zayn or Owens. Well, let's move forward. As there he is, one of the men I was just speaking of, Kevin Owens. Of course, this match is to decide the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. And it is an elimination fatal 4-way match. Of course, actually, as much as I'm sure Batista would be very disappointed if Baron Corbin was to win this match, I actually think Baron Corbin is the favourite in this match. He has pinfall victories over both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Which, to be honest, does say a lot. He can beat both of those men, and then all he'd have to deal with is Andrade. And now, sure, I'm not going to put Andrade down in the slightest, but Baron Corbin, while he's a very dangerous man, he's a very dangerous man indeed. And he's not someone who's going to worry about cheating. But here we have him. Andrade trying to push himself up the cards. A big opportunity for Andrade here tonight. if he was managed to pick up this big victory, it'd really give him some more credibility here in Universe Mode. He has been getting some good victories here in Universe Mode. Unfortunately coming up short when trying to become the United States Champion. But he has had some very good victories here, and that is why he is in this match here tonight. His match record speaks for itself. And maybe Andrade, the underdog in this match, I have to say, will be the man to move forward to face AJ Styles for that WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. And here we have him. This man, Baron Corbin, who has been causing havoc to Monday Night Raw ever since losing the championship match opportunity he had when he got to the finals of the WWE Championship tournament. He thought he was going to win. He thought he was going to beat AJ Styles. But Styles managed to pick up that victory in that match. And Baron Corbin has not been happy since then, causing havoc here on Monday Night Raw. Completely destroying Tony Nese, No Way Jose. He has not been a very nice man. Of course, he did lose against Brock Lesnar at Money in the Bank. A man that Batista had brought in to try and deal with the Baron Corbin problem. And sure, put Baron in his place briefly. But I don't think that is going to stop Baron Corbin's rage. Especially if he loses here tonight. I think he's going to keep on doing what he's been doing until he gets what he wants. Until he has that WWE Championship in his hands, he is going to continue to be a vile man here on Monday Night Raw. And here we have the other half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn. Of course, he lost to Baron Corbin in that WWE Championship tournament, just like Kevin Owens did. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn obviously losing their Raw Tag Team Championships last week to Gloriously Strong, who we did just see in action. It's going to be interesting to see how Zayn and Owens feel with each other in this match. Is there going to be any conflict between them? Are they still going to be working together? Or are they going to be very much on different sides in this match? Even as Raw Tag Team Champions, there was some issues between Owens and Zayn. Some conflict in who was doing all the work in that match. Owens kind of seemed to be doing most of the work in their tag team matches, but then when it mattered about Money in the Bank, it was all Sami. It's a very interesting dynamic that these two men have. But as we can see with these getting started, they have split off into two separate directions. Owens working with Corbin right now, and Zayn working over Andrade. When I say working over Andrade, Andrade has got the advantage in the beginning of this match. You have to imagine maybe Owens and Corbin do still have some bad blood between them. Owens still not happy about what happened in that WWE Championship tournament. And Baron Corbin managed to, well, stop his path to becoming WWE Champion in Kevin Owens' mind, maybe. And this is an elimination match. There will only be one man standing at the end of this match. But it is only pinfalls inside the ring. Because it's Fatal 4-Way, there is no DQ and there is no count-out in this match. Baron Corbin really hasn't had a very good start to this match. Kevin Owens has been all over him so far. Whereas Andrade and Sami has been a bit closer per se. Andrade does seem to have the advantage going in the early odds, but Sami Zayn has managed to pull it back. And is trying to get some offense now onto Andrade. Andrade, a big kick to the gut there. At the same time, Kevin Owens going around the world and DDT there to Baron Corbin on the outside. Sami Zayn catching Andrade off guard there. Big kick to the side of the head there. My goodness, Kevin Owens doing so much damage to Baron Corbin right now. Corbin chucking Owens over the ring. My goodness, Corbin managing to get himself back into this. Just manhandling Kevin Owens right now. Sami Zayn taking Andrade to the outside while Corbin just continues to throw Kevin Owens around the ring. It's interesting though, you see Sami Zayn isn't trying to help Kevin Owens right now, though, is he? They're not teaming up against Baron Corbin or Andrade. They're not working together in the slightest. Wait a second, Kevin Owens, suicide dive, big plancha there to Baron Corbin. Very interesting move there from Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn throwing Andrade over to the corner. Baron Corbin getting himself back into this though, knocking Kevin Owens down to his feet. Like I said before, Baron Corbin has victories over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I wouldn't be surprised to see them happen again. And you know, all it takes is an end of days, and that's going to be it. Well, knowing Baron, even if it does only take one end of days, he'll probably hit multiple of them anyway, because that's just his MO recently. Just over-damaging people, over-attacking people. Oh my goodness, big suplex there from Sami and one from Kevin Owens in the ring. Going with the pin for one. Only a 1 count there on Corbin. Very interesting indeed. I would have expected perhaps a 2 there. Corbin has taken a lot of damage. Corbin now trying to go after Sami Zayn, trying to get away from Kevin Owens, I think. But Owens straight back in there, going after Corbin once again. Sami Zayn and Andrade on the outside. Big clothesline there from Baron Corbin. What's he going for here? Getting him up for a big... Oh, powerbomb there. Oh, wait a second. End of days. End of days. He's hit it. He's hit it on Owens. Is Owens out? 1, 2. Oh, Kevin Owens still in this. He kicked out of the end of days. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kevin Owens just kicked out of the end of days. Big Hurricane Rana from Andrade on the outside there. Baron Corbin not happy at all with what just happened. And he's calling for it again. Calling for it once more. A second end of days maybe. Oh no, that's it. Owens is out. Owens is out of this. And Sami Zayn nowhere near to help his friend. Kevin Owens has been eliminated. The first man out. Corbin, Andrade, Zayn. That is who is left. Corbin going straight after Andrade right now. Andrade and Zayn have been going out of this entire match. But Andrade now changing his attention to go after Baron Corbin. Not necessarily a bad idea. Corbin has taken a lot of damage from Kevin Owens in this match so far. Telling you, I'm perhaps going for those big knees. The Meteora in the corner. Oh, trying to go for it, but Corbin getting the foot up. Blocking it. The big suplex. Belly to belly suplex on Andrade there. Sami Zayn, though, from behind, coming out of nowhere to go and grab Baron Corbin, taking him down to the man. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Sami Zayn. Very, very close indeed. Corbin rolling out of the ring. Sami Zayn and Andrade, the only men inside the ring right now. Big powerbomb there from Sami Zayn. It's very interesting. Any 3 of these men versus AJ Styles will be a very interesting match indeed. Big DDT there from Sami. Be very interesting to see who would win. Wait a second, he's going for a submission, going for a crossface here. Crossface on Andrade. Andrade trying to get to the ropes. Andrade trying to get to the ropes. And of course, Baron is not going to break this up because he would like Andrade to be out of this match. Andrade, they're getting out of it, rolling through, not allowing Sami to get him out. Wait a second. Blue Thunderbomb. Blue Thunderbomb. Sami, though, not going for the pin. Interesting maneuvers here, but Corbin taking advantage there. 1, 2, 3. Corbin pinning Andrade off of Sami Zayn's Blue Thunderbomb. But Sami caught Baron Corbin there. Big enziguri. Corbin rolling to the outside. We are now down to Zayn versus Corbin. And Corbin has eliminated everyone in this match technically. Of course, Andrade was through Sami Zayn's Blue Thunderbomb. But Baron Corbin was the one who took the pinfall from Sami Zayn. Is Baron going to eliminate every man in this match? Sami Zayn, though, quick kick to the side of the head. Catching Baron Corbin off guard. Is that what he needs? Is that what he needs to win this match right now? But Baron Corbin seeing the reversal and throwing Sami Zayn down to the mat. He's chucking him into those steel steps. My goodness, just trying to weaken Sami Zayn down, weaken his chest down. Baron picking up Zayn. So trying to get him in the ring for the end of days. I think he is. Yes, he is. Getting him inside the ring. You know, Baron Corbin is going to be looking for the end of days. Looking to end Sami Zayn right now. There you go, end of days. End of days, that's it. That is it. Sami Zayn is done. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, Sami Zayn just kicked out of the end of days. Sami Zayn just kicked out of the end of days. Unbelievable. I thought that was it. That was such a close 3 count. Goji clutch. Goji clutch. Is Baron going to tap? Is Baron going to tap? Come on. Come on. Tap out, Baron. Tap out. Tap out to Sami Zayn. Oh my goodness. This is so close. It's been in such a long time. No, he managed to get out of it. Managing to get out of that Goji clutch. Sami Zayn, big DDT. Big DDT to Corbin. Corbin rolling to the outside right now. Oh my goodness, I thought that was it. I thought Corbin had it, and then I thought Sami had it with that big submission. But both men still in this. Both men still alive in this match. Who is going to pick up the victory? Zayn or Corbin? One of these men moving forward to Extreme Rules. Maybe moving forward to be your new WWE Champion. Who knows? Sami rolling Corbin into the ring. Blue Thunderbomb. Blue Thunderbomb, is that it? Is Sami Zayn got it? Not going for the pin. Come on, Sami. Come on, pull him. Very smart, pulling him to the centre of the ring. Not wanting any road breaks, and he's going for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn has done it. Sami Zayn has beaten Baron Corbin. Thank goodness, Baron Corbin not moving forward to that match. Sami Zayn is the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. My goodness, what an upset victory here tonight for Sami Zayn. He managed to kick out of the end of days. And then he managed to pin Baron Corbin using that blue thunder bomb. Here you go, there's the kick out. It was so close, so close. 1 more millisecond and Sami would have been done. And the blue thunder bomb that ended it all. Sami Zayn moving forward to face AJ Styles at Extreme Rules. Congratulations, Sami Zayn. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please give us a like and a subscribe. And we will see you next time.